Hey YouTube, how's it going? Just wanted to make a quick video here of my 2003 CBR600RR. Been looking for one for a while, a CBR that is, and came across this one just on Kijiji, and it's going for a pretty good price. So when I was buying it, I was trying to search YouTube to find some reviews on it, and I found a couple, but not a lot of stuff. So I thought I'd make my own in case any of you were looking for a similar bike. So yeah, I picked this up probably just a month and a half to 2 months ago, I think, and it's been really good. I'll just show you around the bike for now. So it's black, obviously, and when I picked it up, it pretty much had whatever you see on it. It came with it. I'm not so sure I'm a fan of the stickers, but I can live with them for now. So it's 2003. It's all black. Came with the Pazzo shorty levers. It's got the all-in steering damper there as well, which this is my first bike actually. I've never ridden without a steering damper, so I don't know what the actual difference in feeling is, but I'm told it's great. So it also came with these, what are these things called? They're called the tank stompers. Pretty much there's one on each side, and it allows you to just squeeze the tank with your knees, and helps you from sliding forward and crashing you know what first into the tank. So it saved me a couple times. On the back there's a solo seat cover cowl. It also came with the actual factory passenger seat, and that's a Hindle slip-on exhaust right there, which sounds pretty darn good, I must say. And that's it. That's just a quick tour of the bike. That's my daily driver. It's just a 05 Honda Civic. Nothing special. In terms of riding this thing, this is my first bike, so it was extremely easy to ride. When I did my course, I live in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. So when I took my course, I knew I wanted a sport bike, so I did my entire course on a CBR125R, and obviously a much smaller bike, tiny compared to this. So I was a little bit scared hopping on this thing for the first time, but when I did, I got to give a heads up to the place I took my motorcycle course at, RTI, Rider Training Institute, and I gotta admit, I gotta give them a heads up and gotta give them some credit there for teaching me very well, because hopping on this thing afterwards, it was very easy to get used to. In fact, I pretty much got used to it immediately, and there was no problems at all riding it. So I think that comes in part as well due to it being a Honda. I've heard in general that Honda CBRs are easier to ride. From some of the reviews that I did find online, I saw a review somewhere that said the Honda CBR will make you look like a better rider than you really are. So maybe that's why. But no, really, the minute I hopped on this thing, I mean, as long as you respect the throttle, I didn't find any problems whatsoever. It rides super smooth, loads of power when you need it. I think the official specs say that this thing is 117 horsepower, and it weighs less than 400 pounds, so you can imagine this thing gets going when you need it to. But I've really been enjoying it so far. Any chance I get to ride it, I do, because living in Toronto, Canada, we only get to ride our bikes maybe, a few months within the year, and come wintertime, it gets stored. So I'll start it up for you so you can hear what it sounds like. Like I said, I picked this thing up on Kijiji. It was a really good price. Originally, I was looking for something like maybe a 250, a CBR 250. Those are hard to find, and to be honest, I'm glad I didn't, because like I said, I got used to this thing very quickly, and there was no problem whatsoever. So let me start it up for you. You can hear what the Hindle sounds like. So it's pretty loud. Actually, it's very loud because I've already had a couple neighbors yell at me on my street. I actually live on a oh, and there's one of my neighbors right now. Sorry, man. Alright, see you later. I just gave him a wave. So I live on a circle. It's just goes around. It's a circle. The first day I got the bike, I was just doing laps around this block, around my circle here, and yeah, one of the neighbors came out and started yelling at me and shaking her fist. So I put an end to that. But I'm just gonna let the bike warm up a little bit before I kind of rev it up for you. What else I have to say about this bike? It's very very easy to ride, like I said before. And I don't know, maybe I'm just very biased towards Hondas. I've always loved Hondas. My daily driver is a Honda Civic right over here. And before that, I also had another Honda Civic, a 98 Honda Civic hatchback. So being a Honda lover, I mean, like, I knew I wanted a CBR, and I'm so glad I went with the 600RR. I don't know, what else can I tell you about this bike? What else do you guys want to know? It's really easy to handle in the turns. Just within the first, I would say, even just within the first few weeks of riding it, I already became super confident and comfortable with the bike, where you know, I find myself starting to lean a little bit more into the bike, and the bike itself is really great in terms of control. You know, throwing it around the corners. So yeah, I think the bike's a little bit warmed up. I'm gonna try to rev it up for you a little bit here so you can hear what the exhaust sounds like. Come around. Okay, so I didn't rev it up too much. Again, my neighbors, I don't want them to come out and shoot me. But there you go. I don't know if you can see that, but it's a no, you can't. Oh, there you go. It's 15,000 RPM redline. Let me tell you, I haven't gotten anywhere near that yet. The highest I've taken it up to is maybe 12,000 RPM, and that is, I mean, at that point the bike is screaming. Oh, the bike's got a tinted windscreen as well. And it's also got the flush mount signals over there. Again, this is all stuff that, you know, the fender eliminator too, with the license plate. I just covered the license plate, so there you go. The only thing it doesn't have is frame sliders, so I might invest in a pair of those. But aside from that, the bike's been a joy to ride. It's a Saturday morning right now, so I'm about to go for a ride. If you are looking at buying a CBR, I highly recommend it. You know, I don't regret buying this thing at all. As opposed to going to a 250. Actually, my sister rides, and she has a 250, a CBR 250R. She bought it brand new. It's 2011. And you know, just driving this thing for a while and then hopping on hers. Really, it's just I'm really glad that I picked this thing up. And you know, nothing against people who buy 250s. Those are great great starter bikes too. I mean, she's loving her bike, and maybe I'll hop over to her place and do a review of the 250R, because there's not many videos of that either on YouTube. But as for 600, I mean, this thing is awesome. I'm very happy with it. No complaints. A lot of fun to ride. Very easy to ride. And you know, I know I won't outgrow this bike either. It's got you know, it's got enough power, but the bike is, you know, forgiving enough that it's easy to control. I haven't done any accidental wheelies or stoppies or anything like that, so it's been great. That's it for now. If you have any questions, you know, let me know. Other than that, I'm gonna go for a ride now, so I'll catch you guys later.